This is the video about how to create a vocab frame in your ePortfolio. Depending on what class you're taking, in this case GTT, we put our vocab frames here on the 7GTT page. Here are some of the existing vocab frames that I have already completed. To begin our vocab frame, we're going to start by adding a content block. The type of content block we're going to add is an images content block. When we open up the images content block, we begin at create image block step 1 of 3. The block title, this field here, should be the same as the word we're working with. To find out which word we're working with, we need to go back to the class website, so I'm going to change tabs here. And we're going to go to the GTT main page. Okay. These lower purple words, these are the startups, and they indicate what word is happening on which day. So today, since it's the 12th, indicated by this yellow box, today's word of the day is denominator. So that's the word we're going to work with today. To keep things simple, I'm just going to copy, go back to my ePortfolio, and paste that word in there. The next option we have to select is over here, all images on the page. If you don't select this option, it won't show the captions. Then click Next. The next step of Create Image Block, step 2 of 3, is the upload step. We have not selected a file, we have not chosen a picture off of Google that represents denominator. So I'm going to start a new tab, and I'm going to search denominator. Be sure to select images, and now we get some images that represent denominator. Find one that you like that makes sense to you. I like this one, it's pretty self-explanatory. It also outlines the numerator. I'm going to right click on this. If you're on a Chromebook, you use your 2 fingers on the touchpad to get this right click menu. And we want to save image as. Be careful that you read it. Save image as. If you pick a different option like copy image or save link as, your file will not work. So carefully choose save image as. After you click it, you should see it move to your downloads bar. In this case, the window that pops up, it asks me what I want to name it as. I'm going to call it denominator, and it's telling me that it will be in my downloads. The Chromebook windows will look a little bit different, but you should still see it go down into your downloads bar here. And that's fine. We can leave that there for now. Let's go back to our ePortfolio. Now that we've downloaded a file from the internet that we feel accurately represents denominator, we can put that into our content block. So let's go to Choose Files. You should be able to navigate on your Chromebook, or in this case I'm on a MacBook Pro, so it looks a little different. You should be able to find the file that we named. Here's mine, I named it denominator, and I'm going to click Open. If it worked, you should see your file here in the To Be Uploaded area. Click Upload to complete the process. If I scroll down on this window here, there's my image. Sometimes it might take a little while for it to load, but that's where your image is going to show up. There's a few more things we have to add. In this section, where it says a short description about the images, we want to enter into this field and write a short homemade description of what we feel the denominator is. Okay, can be very simple, that's fine. Press enter, and then we will insert a bulleted list. Sometimes your window may look like this, In that case, the insert bulleted list is right here. I like to keep my tools expanded so I have more options. Okay, once you click it, you'll see the bullet appear. I'm just going to write a couple examples. It's good to have at least 3 examples. In this case, the denominator, it's a bit redundant, but to keep it consistent, keep our page looking nice, it's kind of a good idea. It really hits home the idea that, whoops, that it is the bottom number. Sorry, I just did numerator the other day. I wonder who caught that. Did any of you catch that? Well, if you did, good for you. So the 3 2/3, that's the denominator. The 2 1/2 is the denominator, and the 5 3/5 is the denominator. It's always a good idea to proofread. You never know what's going to happen. Once again, we have all images on a page, and that allows this caption option to show up here. There is one more thing we need to add before we finish our content block, and that's the teacher definition. To find the teacher definitions, go back to the class website, and there is a vocab page. Okay, it says vocab or vocabulary. You click on that, brings you to a page where you'll see some lists of terms. If you are using a Chromebook, you're only going to be able to select just the sentence. That is the definition. Okay, so be careful to grab just the sentence. If you try to grab the whole thing, it turns out looking really, really bad on a Chromebook. So make sure you grab just the definition. Control-C is the keyboard shortcut to copy. That's Control-C. Make sure you copy it. Get back to your ePortfolio. And down here, when your cursor is blinking, you can press Control-V to paste. After you have this in there, you click Finish. And you should see your completed content block. You should have the title of the word here, your own student definition here, 3 examples, your image that makes sense to you, and you should also have the teacher definition. If you have all of these elements, you have successfully completed the vocabulary frame. If ever you're unsure if you've got all the elements, you can always go back to the class website and you can watch the video again. Also, on the GTT page, there is a content block that walks you through with text how to make a vocab frame. So those resources are available to you as well.